Want to learn how to make large numbers easier to read in Python using underscores? Want to know how to assign values to multiple variables on a single line? Don't know what constants are in Python and why capital letters are used for values that should not change? If so, stay tuned. Hello and welcome to Learn Python. In the previous lesson 5, we looked at how to use basic arithmetic, powers, and order of operations in Python. Additionally, what floats are and why some decimal results can look strange. And finally, the rules Python follows when arithmetic returns an integer or a float. In the current lesson 6, we will look at how to make large numbers easier to read in Python using underscores, how to assign values to multiple variables on a single line, and finally what constants are and why capital letters are used for values that should not change. Part 1 in this lesson 6 looks at underscores in numbers. This is a small but useful feature in Python. Sometimes you need to write very large numbers in your code. The problem is that long numbers can become hard to read quickly. Python allows you to use underscores inside numbers to make them easier for humans to read. Type this, for example, universe underscore age equals 14 underscore 000 underscore 000 underscore 000, then print the variable universal age. Running the program, you should see this output. So what is happening here? Well, the underscores are only there to help you, the human, read the number more easily. Python ignores these when it stores the variable. So 14 underscore 000 underscore 000 underscore 000 is treated exactly the same as the output. This is just a readability feature. It does not change the number at all. That means when you're writing very large values, underscores can make your code much clearer to look at. And that matters because code is not just for the computer, it is also for a human being to read it, which is often yourself. For part 2 of this lesson 6, we will discuss multiple assignment. This means assigning values to more than one variable on a single line. Type the following: x, y, z equals 10, 20, 30. Then go ahead and print x, print y, and print z, and run the program. As you can see, I missed a comma. Syntax error. Let's add that comma back in and rerun the program. Great. You can see 10, 20, and 30 as the outputs. What has happened here? Python matched the variables on the left with the values assigned on the right. Therefore, x gets 10, y outputs the 20, and z results in 30. This is a shorter way to initialize several variables at once. You could have instead typed separately x equals 10, y equals 20, and z equals 30. And that's completely fine. But Python also allows this shorter version on one line. And this is useful when you want to set up several related variables at the beginning of a program. For example, later on, you might use this for a person's age, height, and weight, or perhaps the red, green, and blue values of a colour, or alternatively, the scores of 3 players at the start of the game. At this stage, the important thing is simply to recognise this pattern whenever you see it. For part 3 of this lesson 6, let us look at constants. A constant is a value that is intended to stay the same throughout a program. In Python, beginners do not use a special constant type here, but instead Python programmers use a naming convention. They write the variable name all in capital letters. For example, type the following: max underscore connections equals 5,000 and print max connections. In the terminal window, you will see the output is 5,000. But the important part to this is that writing the name of the variable all in capital letters does not make it truly unchangeable. Python will still allow you to change it. So, if you were to write, for example, or rewrite the variable to equal 6,000 and run the program, Python does output 6,000. However, writing the name all in capitals is a signal. It tells you and other programmers that this value is supposed to remain fixed. So constants in Python are really about clarity, good habits, and communication. When you see a variable name written all in capitals, read it as this value should not be changed. From this lesson onwards, I will include short practice tasks. When you see a task, pause the video, try it by yourself, and then continue the video to check your answer. These tasks help you to practice what you have already learned. This is important because Python becomes easier when you actually use it, not just when you watch it. Each lesson builds on the previous one, so regular practice will help you learn faster and understand more. For our first mini-task, print the outputs of the following 4 equations, but when you do, use multiple assignment so that your command is typed on one line. The first equation is simply 5 plus 3. The second is 10 minus 3. The third is 3 times 2. And the fourth and final is 10 divided by 2. Have you got the correct answer? This is a nice simple way to practice addition, subtraction, multiplication and division whilst using multiple assignment. Now, let us do one more mini-task. For the second mini-task, what I want you to do is to assign the value 7, the number 7, to a variable called favorite number. Then I want you to print, using an F string, my favorite number is, and insert the variable. How did you do? Was this difficult? Did you make many mistakes? This is a good reminder that topics in Python can be connected together. In this mini-task, you are using a variable, a number, and an F string all in one example. And that concludes today's Lesson 6, where you have learned how to make large numbers easier to read in Python using underscores, how to assign values to multiple variables on a single line, and finally what constants are and why capital letters are used for values that should not change. And if you found that lesson helpful, please do subscribe and leave a like, as it really helps the channel. And join us in the next lesson, number 7, where we will learn what comments are and how to use them, and additionally discuss what the Xena Python is, and why clear, simple, readable code matters as you continue your learning in Python.